Genders of the Railroad, Part 7, Clones in a Nightmare and Jealousy of Rolling Stock. The trains in North America had been really useful recently, and Quinn was taking her passenger cars Eamon and Nola to Littleport Station. She stopped just in time. Mr. Cakester was there. "Now then, Quinn," Mr. Cakester said. "I'd like you to collect a woman train and bring it off island today," he said. "A family of 2 moms asked for a new gender." "I would love to see a new gender," puffed Quinn to herself as she left the station. And she steamed off to the last stop. Quinn pulled into the last station, which was Little Side Railways, and she let off her passengers. In the siding, James and Percy were getting ready for their trains. "Sir Topham Hatt asked me to pull a freight train," said James. "I'm a splendid red engine." "And I'm pulling the mail," Percy said. "I want a goods train," Quinn said. "Being really useful is smart." She pulled up to James and Percy. "I know you've got a nice goods train, James," said Quinn. "Thanks," said James. "I'm glad James does." "Do you have a goods train for me?" asked Quinn to Percy. "No, Quinn, I'm afraid not," Percy said. "You're a woman engine, not a freight engine. Women engines don't pull freight cars, is what you're trying to say," James said crossly. "Quinn doesn't have a freight train. She's a woman train, not a freight engine. Come on!" "Why don't I collect my own freight cars today?" Quinn said. "Yes, Quinn, that's a good idea," said Percy. "But women engines can't pull freight cars by themselves." "That's because they need multiple engines," said James, feeling disgruntled. After Quinn turned around, she steamed off to collect the gender cars. She buffered up to Droplet Spreader in the front, and she steamed off with 334 gender cars. "Chugga chugga 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 choo choo," Quinn said. "My battery's fully charged, and I don't have a short circuit at all." And she steamed off. The electric woman engine steamed over a bridge. It was a big train. "Mega goods train coming through," Quinn said. "I'm a choo-choo engine." And she steamed by a little station with lots of passengers. It was a long train. The trush in the rear rolled along nicely. The operators went through the train cars, and the train was big. Quinn soon steamed into the mountains. It was a beautiful scenic journey. "I can make it," said Quinn from the front, and the rail cars rolled along nicely. Further up down the line, Vicky was parked at a signal. The next to Leo's train. The points are locked in the wrong position, Vicky said. I hope everything's fine, Leo. Everything sure is fine, Leo said. But Quinn became oblivious to what was happening in the siding. Her driver threw on the emergency brakes. But it was too late. Oh no! She cried. Then fire began to rage. And Donald and Douglas were coming right down the track and they didn't see the crates. And they couldn't stop in time. Oh no, we can't stop in time, said Donald. We can't, said Douglas. It was too late! After the fire was out, James and Flying Scotsman couldn't believe their eyes. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the freight cars had jumped the track and it was a giant mess. Donald and Douglas had tilted over. We're stuck, they said. And I can't move at all, Leo said. And I'm stuck too, said Quinn. I hope your brother Gordon doesn't get into an accident like this, said James. I don't think he will, said the Flying Scotsman. My brother has to pull the express. A few minutes later, Quinn was brought to Vanessa and Sandy's yard where Thomas was. You have severe damage, moaned Thomas. The sun began to set, and then a raging storm rolled in. Thunder and lightning flashed and thunder crashed, and Quinn was safe and dry. I'm safe to be dry, said Quinn, and she slept very happily. Sandy was asleep too. I hope there's no nightmare, thought Sandy. But then Quinn did have a nightmare. She was in an exoplanet called Venus, in the southern part, in the southern pole. Oh no! Cried Quinn. She came to a stop. Oh no, she said. Just then, a devil alien came by. Devil tried coming through! My name is Yunzi, she said. Yunzi saw Quinn and applied her brakes. But she was too late! My name is Quinn, said all our clones. Hello! Oh no! Cried Quinn. She was horrified. And then Vanessa and Sandy went back to sleep. When morning broke, Mr. Cakester came to the sheds. Now that you've been repaired, Mr. Cakester said, I'd like you to collect some freight cars and bring them to Brendam Docks so I can go off island with Sir Topham Hatt later today. I have to bring Sir Topham Hatt on a one-way Amtrak, he said. Quinn loved that idea. I'm not jealous of freight cars anymore, she said. And she steamed away. Quinn is no longer jealous of rolling stock behind the engines. To be continued.